What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Happy Tuesday, you guys. Happy Tuesday. So come on in, come on in, come on in. Okay. If you're on the ReallyBTV chat, it is members only. But if you would like to chat freely, just go on over to the ReallyBTV Reviews channel. The link is at the top of the chat. You do not have to become a member over here. You can just go to the other side. We are 110 subscribers away from 18K on the main channel, and we are 110 subscribers away from 1,000 on the sister channel. So again, y'all know we are the little engine that could. So slowly but surely, we are making it do what it do. Child, y'all asked me to get caught up on Martha's Vineyard, so I'm caught up. Don't ask me how it happened, but it did. And if y'all want to, we can do a live Martha's Vineyard discussion a little bit later on today. So let's get into this Real Housewives of New Jersey. First of all, child, we've only had one episode and the blogs have been on fire. When I tell you they have been talking, if you follow the blogs that cover Real Housewives of New Jersey, when I tell you they have been talking about New Jersey all week long, allegedly Teresa's been feeding stuff to the blogs, and Teresa was trying to set John Fuda up, and also allegedly Jennifer Aiden can't talk about the show. I don't know what she did, but she can't talk about the show. I guess allegedly she's not supposed to be doing any press or anything. I'm not sure, but they also found out that the cast are not getting advanced episodes. You know, on most of these shows, they see the episode before we do. That's why Candy was always ready with her speak on it, like the night the episode aired, because Candy had already watched the show and she could discuss the show with all of the editing and all of the, y'all know how speak on it was. So they're allegedly not getting any advanced copies. I'm guessing because there's a leak or something. I don't know. It's a whole mess. It's a whole mess because allegedly Marge talks to the blogs, which I kind of know that's a true statement. Melissa has her favorite blogs that she sends information to, and Teresa has her blogs that she sends information to. There's a blog called Melissa's Original Knowles or Melissa's Real Knowles or something like that. And she posted a bunch of screenshots with conversation between her and Teresa, where Teresa was leaking her information. Baby, it's just a mess. So anyway, let's get into this episode. So we start this episode off with, we have Danielle going to a photo shoot for her daughter, Valentina. Is it me? In my funky Dineva voice? But did this first scene seem very deja vu? See, y'all made me go back and start watching this show from the beginning. I'm still only in season 3, but we're going to make our way. I was trying to get caught up before the season premiere, but y'all know it didn't happen. But we're almost at the end of season 3. But this whole scene was so reminiscent of when Teresa used to take Gia all around New York for New York Fashion Week fittings and acting lessons and modeling headshots and all of that stuff. It was so reminiscent of those first couple of episodes, like from season 1. It sort of died off after season 1, but season 1 that definitely was Teresa running around New York trying to get Gia on, right? She read for a couple of movies and things like that. So, and don't get me wrong, it's not an original thing. Like a lot of parents think their kids are cute, want to get their kids into, kid pageants and modeling and acting and stuff like that. But it just was, that whole scene was just so reminiscent to me. We also found out that she is going to be, Bougie Kids is going to be in New York Fashion Week, and she has expanded her business. So that's a good thing for you, Miss Danielle. Good for you. Good for you. Things are not better with her family. As a matter of fact, we found out things are actually worse because her relationship with her father has not gotten any better. We found out at the reunion that she did extend an olive branch to her brother by sending a gift for the daughters, for her niece's birthday, and baby, the brother sent it back. Yeah, that happened to somebody that, an associate of mine. Her and her family are going through a really, really, really nasty fight over, money. And it's 3 siblings and they are fighting. And one of the siblings had sent Christmas gifts for the kids. Baby, why the other sibling sent them Christmas gifts back? I said, now, you know, when you're hurting the kids, that's when it's a bit much. But again, I don't know the whole story because I really think Danielle is not telling us everything because it just don't make sense. And y'all know what I say. If it don't make sense, then it just ain't true. Okay. So I do think it's more to that story, but I feel bad that it seems like now she said it's really just her and her mom. She said that she hasn't stopped her kids' relationship with her dad, but her relationship with her dad is just not where it was. She said, I still talk to him, but it's just not in a good place. We find out that she's going to have a birthday. I mean, not a birthday. She's going to have a party for Nate, for her husband, Nate, down at the Jersey Shore, because a couple of years ago, Nate actually had a brain tumor and almost died. So it's basically a celebration of life party. I think she even called it Glad You're Still Here party. So everybody is headed down to the shore for this party. So y'all know that's the main event for this episode, child. Where's Jennifer's husband? Well, I know he wasn't at the first episode. Jennifer said he was working. And on for this one, she said he wasn't sure if he was going to be able to make it down to the shore because he had surgery. So we'll see. We'll see, child. Dolores, her and Paulie, she said she's going to get back into real estate. She said, she always prides herself, even though she lives with Paulie. And it looks like Paulie makes enough money to take care of her, but she wants to, still be an independent woman. And so she's getting back into real estate. So good for you. All right. Now, listen, I wrote over here on my notes on the sideline. Y'all know I really, 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 really try to stay away from personal attacks. Y'all know that's just not my thing. I really don't be trying to talk about people's looks unless it is just an extreme situation. But can I say, and I say this, I feel like I say this every year when it comes to New Jersey, y'all, these tans are out of control. I need y'all to stop. I need y'all to stop. These tans, I don't know if it's the tanning that you guys are doing and then it doesn't mix well with the lighting. Because y'all know, listen, let's just be real. Let's just be real about something. We all know that they have to use different lighting on colored skin. That's just a fact. That's just a fact, right? They have to use different lighting on skin that has melanin in it, whether it's real melanin or artificial melanin. Now, the New Jersey people, their melanin is artificial, right? It's either real tanning or it's they done went to the tanning booth, right? So I'm looking and this has been going on for like the last 2 seasons or maybe even longer. They look pink. And again, I don't know if it's the filter on the lighting clashing with whatever that chemical that they use to get the fake tan. I don't know. But they look pink. Some of them are looking pink. The scene where Joe, when they're at Antonia's, like, her birthday party, baby, Joe looked like a lobster. Because he looked red. I was like, now did you get burnt? Like, were you out in the sun too long? Anyway, it is a lie. These y'all, hello. Stop it. Just stop it. You're doing too much with these tans. Y'all are doing too much. Stop. Okay? But I wrote that in my notes, which means that it was bothering me. For me to put it in my notes, it means that it was bothering me. Okay? We see Teresa and Louis. Louis' dad is 8 years sober, so they're going to a celebration for him where he's going to get his 8-year chip. I believe he was an alcoholic, so he's, recovering. That was great. Cool. Teresa is alluding to that, back to what the blogs have been talking about, but we'll get to that. I think what she's alluding to is the legal case with Louis and his ex-girlfriend and, how that all played out. Okay. From there, they talk about going down to the shore and going to Nate's party, yada, yada, yada. So then we see I said graduation celebration, but it was really the birthday party for Antonia. It was her 18th birthday. We find out that Gabriella is actually getting ready to move as well. I'm assuming that Gabriella is just moving into an apartment. I'm assuming she's not moving into the dorms because Teresa was like, yeah, because the moving truck is coming. Now, I know it's been a long time since I went to college. And I know that, nowadays they are hooking these college rooms up. I have seen the videos down to the tiki-taki, where they add the lighting, the mood lighting, and the running lights along the ceiling, and they add. I've seen the pictures. I see how Tarjay be hooking these people up with these dorm rooms. But even with all of that, I know Teresa Giudice. Okay, we know Teresa is over the top always and forever. Okay, so I'm assuming that if she's not moving into an apartment, then Teresa probably paid for double occupancy so she doesn't have to have a roommate and she gets a whole room to herself. Because which I need a whole moving truck for to go from New Jersey to Michigan. But I ain't mad at you. Because listen, I see parents do the same thing. And I'm talking about like parents, that are in my tax bracket. So I'm sure that Teresa in her tax bracket can do more. And so I know people, friends, like I said, friends that are in my tax bracket that's doing all of that for their kids. So, okay. Looked like a really nice dinner for Antonia's 18th birthday. That cake looked really beautiful. It was a really nice evening. Everybody was crying. We remember when Teresa started. When Melissa started on the show, Antonia was like 2 or something. I don't know. You had a U-Haul move you? Okay, well, I guess it's just me then. Because we loaded up all this. Well, you know what, though? We put all this. Okay, you know what? We didn't have a U-Haul, but we did have a little, like the little, how they have like the little U-Haul that you could attach to the back of the car. I had something like that. My dad had one of his own because my dad, his side business, he used to use that. So I did have that full of stuff. So I guess we did. Okay, I'll take back what I said. Dolores ain't never in her own damn house. She's starting to work by her. Yeah, Marge's hair is definitely thinning, but I've seen that for a while. I've noticed that for a while. That Marge's hair is thinning out. We found out that Melissa's nephew Nick or cousin Nick is getting married. He's openly gay. He talked about how Joe has always been there and how he, when he came out, Joe never treated him any different. And Joe, who, is a ordained, can do marriages, he is going to be marrying Nick and his boyfriend, child. Y'all know Joe got to be the child. Of course, Joe can marry people. Of course, he took the online class for $10.99 and he can marry people, child. Okay. But I thought it was a great moment. It was definitely a sad moment that it wasn't a shared family moment that, Teresa, not a hers. I had a friend move to the dorm with the family. Hers? Yeah. Can y'all imagine her roommate? Can y'all imagine what her roommate thought when them people pulled up in a hearse? No, ma'am. All right. But it was definitely sad that they weren't having a shared celebration, especially since it is just Teresa and her brother, or well, it's not just them. I know they have cousins and stuff, but mom and dad gone. They don't have any other siblings. And it's just sad that both of their kids are embarking on this momentous occasion, right? This momentous occasion, and they can't even share it with each other. Like, it's sad. It's really, really sad. And I couldn't text, but you had me tickled talking about the colors and the lighting. Listen, Yana, we just gonna call a thing a thing. We just gonna call a thing a thing. Yeah, Joe is definitely annoying. He is. He really is. So back over to Teresa's house. She's having a spa day for the ladies. It's Danielle and Jennifer. And while she's having her spa day, they're playing pickleball. Dolores, Melissa, and Rachel are playing pickleball. Now, let me tell you something. Hey, Danielle, I know you want to play middle of the road. I know you want to say, listen, Teresa and Jennifer, I still rock with you. I still, I'm still cool with y'all. However, comma, them other ladies didn't do nothing to me, and I still want to be cool with them too. Now, I heard what Teresa said when she said, well, I'm never going to tell you who you can be friends with, but just keep that over there. I don't want to be over there. Child, y'all know Teresa lying. Y'all know that Teresa is a liar and the truth ain't in her. Y'all know she lying. Teresa absolutely positively has a problem with Danielle being cool with the other side of the room. We've seen it over and over and over and over again. This is not the first, second, third, nor fourth time. We know how Teresa rolled. Now, the flip side is when we get down to the shore, Fuda is saying the same thing to Jen Fessler. And basically, now he point blank said it. Rachel and her husband, they point blank said, I don't understand how you could be friends with them. Well, if you're going to be friends with them, I can't be friends with somebody that could be cool with people who would do what they did to us. Let me explain something to y'all. Y'all are co-workers. Now, I don't think that Jen Fessler and Rachel were best friends before this show started. I can't remember if they knew each other before the show started. So let me not speak on that. But at the end of the day, baby, y'all are co-workers. And Jen Fessler got to do what Jen Fessler got to do to get her check. Okay? Now, I do think that Jen Fessler, I'm going to get to you in a minute. But there's no sides. The people who are in the middle are not going to be able to play Switzerland. They're not going to be able to play Switzerland. So, Danielle, you're going to get stuck. Jen, child, you already got stuck. Gold Schneider, whatever her name is, Jackie. Well, we see what happened. Jackie ended up flipping and going over to the Teresa side. So it's going to be hard to not pick a side or to not choose a side or for the other team to not feel no kind of way. The food is a whack. Yeah, I feel like I like Rachel. I feel like I'm not crazy about John. Let me tell you something. John is giving me very Joey Gorga vibes when Joe first came on the show and he wanted to be the loudest person in the room. He wanted to be seen. He wanted to be that guy, which to a certain extent, he still is that person. But I'm just looking at food and I'm looking at like all of the plastic surgery and I don't know. I'm just side-eyeing it. Now, Rachel gives us a little more context of this drug arrest. She said that he was in his teens. He was selling weed. He got arrested. He dealt with the consequences. And I'm going to say this. I don't know if they're downplaying it or not. I just don't care about that part of it. However, I will say this. Though. I do find it very rich that Teresa Giudice is going to use somebody going to jail as a storyline against them when, girl, pot meat kettle. Girl, pot meat kettle. How you going to use somebody going to jail against them? Girl, what? Anyway, child. So, all right. So with that being said, we found out that Gia graduated from Rutgers and she's planning to go to law school. She's working. Sounds like she's working at a law firm, doing immigration law. She wants to. She's not sure what type of law she wants to go into yet, because she don't know. But she's definitely interested in immigration law because of what happened to her dad. Now, let me say this before I say this second part. Let's be clear. I caught when Teresa was like, "When do you take the LSATs again?" And I understand because I had a family member who took the LSATs twice, right? life, listen, you can be the best student in the world. My family member graduated summa cum laude from undergrad, wanted to go straight to law school. His LSAT scores were decent, but he was like right on the cusp of getting into the schools that he really wanted to get into. Like he only needed like a few more points, and so he waited. He studied. He took the LSATs again. How about he got the exact same score? And I told him, I had a heart to heart with him. I said, listen, I know these are your top 1 schools, but you've gotten into some really good law schools. You waited, he was frustrated because he felt like he was waiting because in his mind, he missed the whole semester of law school waiting to take the LSATs again. And I told him, I said, listen, you can wait another semester and you can roll the dice, or you can go to one of these really good law schools you got into. Like, I get it that you wanted to go to these schools and they told you, they waitlisted you and they were like, hey, if you get a few more points higher, we can get you in. I understand that. But the flip side is you got into some good law schools, and he didn't take the LSAT again. So maybe that's the situation G is in. Doesn't mean that she isn't ready for law school. Doesn't mean that she, got bad scores. It just means that maybe she's trying to get a certain score because she's trying to get into certain schools, Excuse me. But pardon the pun, it's nothing to sneeze at that she graduated from undergrad and she's getting ready to go to law school. So shouts out to Miss Gia, because Gia could very easily just be living off of being Gia Judice. You know what I mean? She could just be monetizing her social media, getting paid to just do product placement, and that could be it. But I'm sure she does all of those things too. But the fact that she still has aspirations to do more, congratulations to her. I know the same thing with Candy's daughter. I think she's going to law school as well. She's she's graduating from NYU. I think she graduated last week or this week coming up. So, a lot of these celebrity kids, I know they get a bad rap because a lot of them, we feel like all they do is, thank you guys. We feel like all they do is just rest on the strength of their family. But I think we need to highlight more that aren't doing that, that are following these other paths. So anyway, what else did I want to say? Let me see. Spa day. I think I covered pretty much everything. Everybody's headed down to the shore, okay? Because Danielle is having the party for Nick at the shore. Paulie don't like the shore. This will be Paulie's first trip to the shore. Paulie said, "Listen, I just as soon go to Turks and Caicos, Saint Martin. I don't know. I'm not really a shore kind of guy. I'm with you, Paulie. I'm not really a shore kind of girl." I would much rather be on the island somewhere too, my love. I'm with you on that one. So everybody heads down to the shore. So of course, Jennifer Aiden and Teresa are all staying and Dolores and Paulie are staying at Jen's house. And then Danielle, I think she's got her own place. Rachel and Melissa, I think they're all staying at Melissa's. I know Marge is staying at Melissa's, and I think the Fudas are staying at Melissa's, and I think Danielle's got her own spot down there or whatever. Y'all know they all got houses down at the damn shore or whatever. Sorry, y'all, lost my train of thought. So anyway, we're getting ready for Nate's party. The party looks really, really nice. I kind of already told you guys about them trying to make people choose sides or whatever. She even brought in a gospel choir from Washington, D.C. I said, okay, I see you bringing in the gospel choir. Now, the party itself looked like it was pretty nice. Everybody was on their best behavior. Teresa and Louis showed up. Joe and Fuda stayed away from that side of the room, at least for now. I'm sure the party picks up next week. Because that's where the episode ended. I'm sure the party picks up next week. But Teresa rolls up to Jen Fessler. So first of all, Jen Fessler, if I were you, I would feel some kind of way, because I feel like Teresa is looking at you as the weakling, because that's why she went to you, right? She's looking at you as the weakling. And then she went to you because she wants to talk to you about the rumor that she heard about them linking up and having a meeting before the reunion. And Jen basically confirmed what we already knew, which was basically, look, they were just basically like, because of what they found out at the end of the season with Louis allegedly getting them all investigated, they wanted to just kind of sit down and talk about what could possibly be coming out at the reunion. What information did he find out? Marge told them about the phone call. She said she's actually got the recording of this phone call. I don't know what she could have a recording of, but and then the Fudas had that envelope full of information. And Teresa was like, well, what was that about? Somebody said that they heard you say y'all didn't stick to the plan or y'all didn't execute the plan. And Jen Fessler was like, well, yeah, because they were like, they had this envelope and they had all this information and it just never came out at the reunion. So I was just kind of like, okay, well, what happened to all that stuff y'all said? Like, what happened to all of the things that y'all said y'all had? I was just a little, confusion. And Teresa was like, doing what Teresa does, giving that stupid look on her face. And Teresa was like, do you think, she was like, Louis didn't call her son. Louis didn't call her son. Do you believe me? Do you believe me? Louis didn't call. Hold on, y'all. I think somebody's up. Is that somebody delivering something? Yeah, they're delivering something to my door. So why Teresa gonna look that lady dead in her face and say, on my 4 kids, on my 4 daughters' life, I swear, he didn't call Marge's son. And she gonna say, you believe me, right? And I guess Jim was like, well, hell, if you're gonna put it on your daughter's life, I guess I kind of have to believe you. But let me tell you something, Jim Fessler. Teresa ass is lying. Now, does Teresa know she's lying? I don't know. Because I think that whatever Louis tells Teresa, Teresa believes. So do I think that she truly believes that Louis did not call Marge's son on his job? Or do I think she's like straight up lying to that woman's face? I don't know. I wouldn't put it past Teresa because let's be clear. Teresa's the same one that kept coming on national television season after season talking about what her husband wasn't doing all the while her husband was doing it, okay? Saying what her husband that it wasn't that bad all the while in court it was that bad, right? She's the one that was just acting like it wasn't a big deal until her ass was going to jail. So is Teresa like consciously lying or is she just in her own la la land world and can't admit what's really going on? I don't know. But Teresa ass is lying. I absolutely believe that man called Marge's son. Marge don't have no reason to make that up. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Marge don't have no ish with her because she does. Marge got shit with her, but Marge don't have no reason to make that up. In my opinion. In my opinion, Marge ain't got no reason to make that up. But baby, when them ladies saw Jen Fessler sitting over there talking to Teresa, ooh, they was hotter than fish grease. Okay? They was hotter than fish grease. Okay? Rachel's talking about something. That's it. She's dead to me. That's it. That's it. That's all. And then Marge was pissed because Marge told Jen Fessler, listen, I don't care about you being cool with Teresa, but don't talk about me. Don't bring me up. Don't talk about me. And here Jen Fessler is still trying to have a conversation with her. Still trying to have a conversation with her. You said Marge is a liar? Well, listen. So is Teresa. So what you gonna do? I don't know. I believe Marge, though, because I don't believe Louis, and I don't believe nothing coming out of Louis' mouth. Like, seriously. I think that's probably what it is because, one, I don't believe Louis at all. 2, Teresa is going to ride for her man. Whatever Louis tell her is what she gonna ride with. She gonna believe it. She gonna listen to it. She ain't gonna think nothing different. And 3, even if she knows the truth, she gonna pretend like it ain't true, like she did with her husband. I'm sorry. You know what I'm finding? I'm about to go left, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm done with the review. So if y'all, I'm about to go left. Give me a second. Because this is really frustrating to me. Yeah, I'm again. So okay. So would you say Teresa's a liar who lives in La La Land? Exactly, Phil. Exactly. Louis admitted that was his number on Margaret's son's phone record. Right. He said it was his number, but then he was trying to say his number was spoofed because he had been getting prank calls. China, put like this: if it was somebody that was spoofing you, then what that tells me is that somebody has your number, which means that still somebody in your circle is. So either it was you or was somebody trying to set you up that knew your phone number. Anyway, in this instance, I'm not saying I believe Marge about every single thing that comes out of Marge's mouth. I'm saying I believe Marge about this. But let me say this to y'all. So I'm getting frustrated. Y'all know I'm planning my birthday trip to Turks and Caicos. And I'm so frustrated because I don't know if it's a language barrier. And when I say language, I know they speak English. I'm not saying that. But you know how I say this? You might say to somebody, I might say, Phil, do you do private therapy sessions on the side? I'm just saying that because I know you're in that field. I know that's not exactly what you do. And Phil says, yeah, I do. Are you interested? And I say, yeah. Do you have any availability on July the 3rd? And Phil will say, yeah, I have a 10 o'clock appointment on July the 3rd. And I'll say, okay, well, I want to book that. I want to come for July the 3rd. And then Phil will come back 2 days later and say, so do you want that appointment on July the 3rd or not? I literally said yes. So that's been happening to me with a lot. I've been, the caterer, the house manager, the taxi service. Like that's the problem I'm running into, and it's frustrating because in my mind, I feel like we resolved something. I feel like I told you, yes, this is something I wanted, and here you come asking me again if that's something I wanted, and I was like, I'm confused. I told the house manager we're going to stay an extra day because the flights were so much more ridiculous leaving on Saturday than Sunday. So I said, is the house available for an extra day? She said, yeah, it'll be, she told me the price. And I reached out to everybody in the group. I said, this is how much it'll be. We can split it up. Who's going to stay? So I told her, I said, okay, we're going to do that. I said, do I pay you now? Or she was like, no, you can just pay us when y'all get here because you're going to be paying directly there rather than it going back through Airbnb. I was like, okay, no problem. That was a month ago. I thought we had resolved the situation. I thought we were good. So she emailed me last week and she was like, because we were talking about some other stuff, and she said, and I need and did you guys decide on whether you were going to do the extra day or not? Because so we can take that date off of the site. So y'all still advertising that date is available? I was like, and I didn't see her email. So she emailed me like 2 or 3 times. I guess maybe somebody was trying to book it, right? So she wanted to make sure before she gave away that day. So I was like, I saw her email. I was like, yeah. I was telling you that I want the day for July the 7th. So instead of leaving the 6th, we're going to leave the 7th. Because you told me to pay the money when we get there. She was like, okay, I just wanted to make sure. Girl, I told you a month ago. Actually, I told her twice. So I'm just doing the exact same thing. I'm talking to the taxi cab company now, and it's the exact same thing. I'm going to just read y'all what it says. And then y'all tell me if I'm tripping. So she said, so she was like, the airport transfer is $20 per person to the villa. She was like, because it's a lady I'm talking to, obviously. She was like, if people take it per person, then that's double that per person. And we have a van that can fit up to 10 people. I said, okay, cool. She said, and please note that they're only in cash and they're charged per person. I said, okay, this is exactly what I said. This is word for word what I said, y'all. I said, okay, so can we schedule transportation for 7 people on June the 30th at 5:00 p.m., please? I said, and what is the name of the cab of your transportation company so we can fill out our paperwork or our airport paperwork? So she gave me the name of the company. She gave me the phone number. I said, okay, thank you. I said, do you need any additional information from us? She said, nothing additional, but let me know if or when you decide to use our transfer service. Did I say something? Like, am I tripping? So I don't want to sound nasty. So, I was like, I said, no, I want to use the service. I said, I want to book the service for June the 30th for a party of 5. I mean, at 5 o'clock for 7 people to the villa. That is literally the exact same thing I said the first time. She said, great, thanks. I'm confirming your airport transfer. And here's the thing. I get it, Amber. Better safe than sorry. I'm fine with that. But I just feel like maybe it's the way I'm saying things, because everybody that I've talked to on the island, I've had that same conversation with. Because I was like, I know what I said. Now I'm dealing with the caterer, and we're going back and forth with this catering situation. And I'm starting to get frustrated because I asked him to call me, but he's been texting me, and things don't always translate. And I'm trying to get this taken care of because this is the last little slot. Y'all know I've been trying to find this caterer. So this is the last. I finally found a caterer. He's a black guy. So his prices are very reasonable. Because remember I told you that last guy was trying to charge Emerald Lagasse prices. I was like, what the hell? This guy is like $500 cheaper. His quote was $500 cheaper than the last guy. So I was like, yeah, we're going to go with you. And he a black guy, so I'm cool with that. So yeah, so I'm talking to him. So it's just been back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm just like, because I want to send him a deposit, but I want to make sure that we're clear before I send the deposit. So anyway, sorry about that, you guys. But it just popped up while I was sitting here, and I was just like, what? Like, I know what I just said. Oh, Lord. Anyway, with that being said, okay. All right. With that being said, I'll be back in a little while. You need to have a contract with who? The catering service. We're doing a contract, but I was just trying to make sure we understood before. Oh no, I'm definitely not. Oh no, I got a contract. But so the thing was, okay. So see, I don't want on a whole nother thing. So the thing is, for the caterer, what I want to do is, I want the night we get there, I want food, because I don't, you've been traveling all day. People are going to be getting in at different times. I don't want people to have to worry about food, right? So the night we get there, I wanted to have something, even if it was just something delivered. I just wanted food there that people didn't have to worry about. Then for my actual birthday, I want a chef to come in and cook for us on my actual birthday. And then I wanted to do like a going away brunch at the end of the week. So I was looking for somebody that could do all three. So this guy does catering and he does the chef service. So what I'm trying to book is catering for that first day we get there, that Sunday that we get there. I'm trying to book like catering for that, because we're all getting there at different times, and because we're going to be flying all day, people be traveling, going through the airports and stuff like that. I don't want to have to worry about us having to sit down for a formal meal. So I asked him, I was like, what is your catering menu? Because he sent me his menu, but I was like, is that the same thing you can prepare for catering? Because I want to give him what I want for that when we first get there that first night, so people can just kind of fix their plates and eat at leisure. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to make sure that we're on the same page, that for that first day, I just want catering. I want you to just deliver the food. And is this the menu that I can pick off of? So I'll know what I'm picking. And then for my birthday dinner, what I want to pick off the birthday dinner. And then for the brunch is a set menu. No, it's not. I still got to pick for the set. So anyway, so I'm about to go work on that now, child, because Lord knows. All right. I'm going to see y'all. What time is it? 4:15. Give me about 2 hours. We can come back and do Martha's Vineyard, child. Okay? I'll talk to y'all later. Mwah! Peace. Child, it's my birthday, and it's a big birthday. So, yeah, I'm doing it up. Now, I'm going to be broke when I get back. It'll probably be oodles and noodles and flavored water when I get back. But, baby, we're going to have a good time while we're there. We're going to have a good time, Savannah. All right.